Closed doors, I'm a fool for your love.
Hey everybody, it's Zach, aka Zach's Reviews. We are back again with another video, and in today's video, it was the finale of WandaVision. For everybody that's new to the channel, I would love if you guys subscribe to the channel, put on those notifications, like this video, because that helps me know that you guys like my content. And in today's video, of course, we're going to be talking about spoilers, because there's a lot to talk about in this episode. For one, I just want to say I'm very, very impressed with Marvel being able to, do something different, doing their TV series on Disney Plus and like pretty much telling everybody, yeah, we can do this too, and it's successful. Marvel literally knows what they're doing. They're the best. I love them so much. Kevin Feige has never let us down, like, at all, and he's a beast for that. He's awesome for that, because this series was phenomenal. It was something different, something fresh, something we've never seen before, and it got pulled off so well. And in this show, it set up multiple storylines for everybody, and that's why I'm excited. We start this, in this episode, we start, how we start where we left off. Agnes has, Wanda's kids, and she's threatening them, and Agnes wants Wanda's powers. She wants the chaos magic of the Scarlet Witch. And Wanda, she ends up, fighting her, of course, because we know that's going to happen. But the next thing you know, the bad Vision comes in, as we know from the last episode. He's called White Vision. And I love the dynamic of, like, I told my sister a while ago, like, okay, there's going to be a moment where, Vision has to be busy with somebody else so Wanda can fight Agnes by herself, in a sense. And I was like, Monica, she's still going to be captured by that Pietro person. But we end up finding out his name is like, it's like, I forget, it's like some weird name. I was laughing at it. It was like, it had something to do with like a dick or something, or like it had me like dead. But literally, like, I'm just so happy the way they've done this. So they had to make it so Wanda would fight Agnes and she would earn her powers, in a sense. And it was like the same moment that, like, I kind of like reminisce from, like, it reminded me and my sister of like the Dark Phoenix moment when, the Dark Phoenix entity being a different part of Jean Grey, and then and the power being so strong of, the Phoenix Force, that, it would just do this, that cool moment where you just see, Wanda get all of her, like, she thinks, Agnes took all of her powers because, Agnes really wanted it, and she's like, fine, you can take it. But when she was shooting beams at her, she was turning gray. And it was so cool seeing the fact that she made the hex, like, she learned from Agnes when Agnes put Wanda in the hex thing to make her not be able to use her magic. Agnes set that up in the basement. But she did the exact same thing because she learned. And it's so cool that, we got that moment. Like, Marvel clearly showed us that they can do the Dark Phoenix storyline in Marvel, and it would be perfect. They did this on, it's like a movie budget almost in a TV series, but, like, could you imagine if they had a straight movie like that? Like, that one moment where you just see Wanda get that, and you see her with the, what it looked like in the Vision when she first got her powers in Strucker's experiments. How we saw just a shadow of her as the Scarlet Witch. That was that moment that she first saw. And I love that. Marvel's so good at foreshadowing things and making things play out at some points. And it's so good. And they work little stories inside the main plot of a story. And they did that so well that this series just worked amazingly. And I love how they didn't kill Agnes in this. They made her stay in Westview. And she pretty much made her, like the same way she made her in the TV show, like a nosy neighbor. She made her that in Westview, saying that, no one will bother you, and, you're going to stay here. And she's like, you're going to need my help, before she turns her into the nosy neighbor. And she's like, I'll know where to find you, meaning there could be a movie happening. There could be a movie happening at some point with Wanda, which I would love. This show made me love and respect Wanda and Vision more. It makes me want to learn more from their stories. It made me more interested in the characters. So I'm excited to see, like, I don't think she's going to get a lot of moments, like, and probably in Spider-Man, because I think she's going to be in Spider-Man, I think. I could be wrong. Or she's just, I know for a fact she's casted to be in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness, but I know Doctor Strange is going to be in Spider-Man. So I don't know, maybe she won't be in Spider-Man, but then, there'll be something going wrong where, things are getting out of hand in Spider-Man probably, and then that's when she calls in Wanda for Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness. She needs Wanda's help. But the way we end off pretty much seeing is the fact of it is that Wanda goes off, she's in this cabin, it was the end scene, and, like, it's almost like the Scarlet Witch part of herself is doing, like, the research or learning in the background, and Wanda is not knowing that entity of hers is doing all this in the background. So it's like almost like it's a second person. How like the Phoenix Force is a different, like it's its own separate thing. So I'm thinking to myself, like, that could be a moment like that, that's like, and that's why maybe Doctor Strange gets her involved in the next Doctor Strange movie. I'm thinking that, I don't know, is that I don't know if Wanda was knowing that side of her maybe is doing that, or maybe she does know and she let that side of her out to do that. I don't know what that end scene entailed. I want to know in the comments what you guys think about that, but I just want to know in the comments in general what you guys thought about this episode. The CGI was top notch, the story was top notch, and the way they ended also, Monica's character, where there was a scroll in the theater room because she gets called to see someone in the theater room, I guess in the town. Yeah, hi Windsor, but I just love that because it was I think that was the scroll that maybe she met as a kid or something. I don't know, or this is maybe a completely different scroll. But she said that someone wants to see you, meaning I guess your mom. I think she said your mom sent me or something, or your mom knows somebody that sent me to come and get you. And she's like, okay, where is he? And she pointed up. So it makes me think we know she's going to be in the next Captain Marvel. So this is setting up her story for her character because she's got powers now, and what better place to learn what your abilities are than space, because it's space entity powers, essentially. So I'm excited to see how Captain Marvel, how Monica, and how, because also Kamala Khan, I forget, I don't know how you pronounce it, but I know she's going to be in Captain Marvel too. And I think if I'm correct, I don't know if Captain Marvel and them are going to guest star on her show on Disney Plus, but all I know is I'm just super stoked to see what's going to happen. They're setting up so many things, but it's not affecting like the main story, and I just love that about Marvel. Like Marvel's ahead. It's like they keep upgrading, and it's phenomenal. It's like they always keep us on our toes and keep us wanting more, and they just did this amazing. And now the next show we get is Falcon and the Winter Soldier on March 19th, and that's a show I'm super, super excited for. Because the way it went for me, it was like Captain America, it was Falcon and Winter Soldier, then it was WandaVision, then it was Loki. But now it's kind of like, I don't know, like I wasn't expecting I would love it this much, WandaVision, but I'm just so happy I did. I loved it. I thought it was a cool concept, but little did I know that this was all going to happen. I just love that. I love how they pulled off the House of M storyline, but it was so different and so fresh, and they just keep us wanting more. I'm just overall, I loved this episode, and it was sad also because we pretty much end this episode with her vision that she created and her kids that she created ended up disappearing. They ended up not becoming a thing anymore, and that was a sad moment, and it was a really earned moment. All the things led up to that. It was just very earned. She realized that that's what she needed to do, and also the White Vision too. Like that was really cool, and I love how like Vision made him like realize something that was cool. They're like, oh, in theory, technically I wouldn't be the real Vision because this, and he's like, I guess you're right. And then they were like bouncing back and forth, saying, but if there's a missing piece, which is me and my subconscious, and then you're the thing that finishes it, and he pretty much gives him the memories of that's your life, and they didn't want you to see that, but that's your life. They wanted to turn you into a weapon. And meaning that Vision is coming back. He is a thing. He's technically reborn, but his memories are still there in a different body. And I'm excited to see what's going to happen. I'm excited to also see, well, that's the vibranium body. And I was like, okay, like my sister was like, okay, was he going to use for the stone aspect? Well, he kind of had that big beam. I guess, I don't know if that was like a repulsor beam that was kind of coming out of the White Vision's head. I don't even know. But it's kind of like that was strong enough to go against the Vision that was like, had the Mind Stone in the show in a sense, in that, in the world that Wanda made. So, I mean, it is powerful enough, but I'm wondering if, like, stones will come back at some point. Apparently, I think that's what the Russo brothers said, that they're, like, the stones are still technically there. Because, you know, of course, Doctor Strange has his stones still. So, I mean, the stones are still there in the places, I guess, they were put. So, I'm just excited to see if they'll ever come back at some point. That should be interesting. Also, I mean, there's just, there's so many things that can happen in the world of the MCU. I mean, it's comic book stuff. They could pull anything from the comic books. They could bring people back to life. At some point, they probably will. I'm just excited to see where this is going to go. And it's like if they do bring people back to life, it wouldn't be a bummer because, like, they always find reasons to bring people. If they did want to bring someone back, there'd be a reason for it. And I love that about Marvel. They're ahead of their time. We're playing chess while they're playing checkers. You know, that's how Kevin Feige's playing. He thinks that we know. We think we know what we know, and Kevin Feige's like, you don't know. You're playing checkers, and I'm playing chess. But other than that, I loved this episode. It was a great finale. I can't wait to see what more they have in store for these shows. And I'm just overall excited for Falcon and Winter Soldier, and I'm overall excited to see where where Wanda's storyline is going to go, because, you know, it's going to get cooler and crazier. She deserves her own movie. I hope that happens. You know, I love Elizabeth Olsen. She's amazing. Her acting skills are phenomenal, and she's just great. She's great. I love Paul Bettany. I'm just overall excited to see where they're going to go with their stories going forward. But I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode, what you guys thought about the end credit scene, and what you guys thought about where these characters are going to go. I'm really curious what you guys thought about this. And tell me what you think. Like, did this pretty much prove they could do the Dark Phoenix storyline if they wanted to? Like, that moment where she's just... That was some Dark Phoenix shit, bro. Like, that was fire. But I'm going to end this video here. Again, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe to my channel, put on those notifications, like this video, and also go check out my Etsy store at etsy.com/shop/Zach Hensel. It's going to be in the description down below. I have a ton of shirts, and especially... like 2 of those shirts are for WandaVision, so please go check them out. They're awesome. You know, I put a lot of work into all my merch on that store, so I'd love if you guys check that out. Maybe go grab yourself some cool merch. And also, I'd love if you guys follow my Instagram. It's going to be down below in the description. But if you guys don't want to look down in the description, it's zach.hensel on Instagram, so go check that out. But as always, I hope everybody has a great day, a safe day. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.